Because when y'all take these jobs, and we support y'all no matter what, because when you get out that uniform, they follow you too. You vulnerable too. Are you?
Back there you see, that's the sheriff's department heading back. Police as well. Police here. And over there, the big brigades of the police as well as the sheriff's office also heading back as well. And Appalachian Parkway, these roads here were closed off. Now they are since opening back up. I don't remember exactly. It kind of happened a little bit too quickly how many people were arrested. I want to say about 5 or 6. I'm going to have to look back. I kept the camera rolling the entire time to see how many people were taken in. Right now I want to say about 5 or 6 that I remember off the top of my head. Right here on the other side of the green, we see the protesters congregating, the ones who stayed behind and the ones who are still here. Let's take a listen into what they're saying. Right now they are checking who was taken in to see who they can go find at the jail. Of course, again, imagine this crowd. You can get a better look here when I'm on the hill. I would say earlier there was probably closer to 100. And not everybody, of course, came with a friend. So just kind of accounting for who's not here anymore.
Another Saturday filled with tension outside the Florida Capitol building. After a scare last week, police now making arrests today as crowds gathered to protest a controversial grand jury decision regarding 3 officer-involved shootings in Tallahassee this year. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm Jacob Murphy. This group wanting their voices to be heard this week. Police also promising to keep protests without permits more contained. All of that leading to some contentious moments today at the Capitol. Our Sophia Hernandez was there as it all unfolded this afternoon. She's now live where it happened. Sophia, tell us more.
Jacob, we're actually here exactly where those protests took place earlier today. We actually didn't even make it to the Capitol. Here's a play-by-play of exactly what happened earlier today. Before those protests, there was about a group of 100 or so at those food truck parking lots. The sheriff's department actually showed up beforehand to give those safety precautions as well as what to expect throughout the day. Now, they told the group that they would be given 3 warnings before more action was taken. Regina Joseph, she is the president of TCAC. She says she does not want anyone to get hurt, but at the same time, in the face of controversy, she does not want to back down, but rather compromise. That's why she said to the group that they would begin marching on the street, and after the first warning, move to the sidewalk. So at around 3:30, the group decided to head towards the Capitol from the food truck lot. About 7 minutes or so into the march, a gray truck that you're going to be seeing on your screen pulled up with a speaker that said, "On behalf of Chief Rebel and the Tallahassee Police Department, I declare this an unlawful assembly." At that time, protesters were on the street, and after the truck gave the first warning, they moved to the sidewalk. They then continued their march. There were some other protesters in their vehicles that were driving alongside the group as well. Now, at the head of the group, the protesters, there was one of the organizers named Trish Brown, and that's when this happened. You can see tensions there obviously high as Tallahassee Police Department officers as well as the sheriff's office pulled over Trish, saying she was blocking traffic as she was going too slow. At that time, traffic was still flowing. No roads were blocked. You could see Regina and other protesters encouraging officers to give Trish her ticket while she remained inside of the vehicle. Things got a little aggressive as protesters encroached on officers while officers asked Trish to step out of the vehicle. Now, of course, lots of back and forth. Trish getting arrested, then more. You can see Regina here, followed by roughly 5 to 6 others. We are not sure right now at the current number of those who got arrested. You can also see hundreds of law enforcement from both the Sheriff's Department as well as the Tallahassee Police Department. SWAT team was on site, riot gear on full display as officers continued to arrest protesters in the crowd. The scene from start to finish lasted about an hour. Now, again, we do not know at this time how many people were arrested and if they were arrested, what they are going to be charged with. But again, we're working diligently to get you those answers. What we do know is that the protesters that were here earlier today, about a group of 3 or so, was going to head to the jail to see who they could take out. For now, reporting in Tallahassee, Sophia Hernandez, WCTV Eyewitness News.
All right, Sophia, once again, a lot of moving parts, a lot we still don't know, as you mentioned, so we'll continue to work to find answers. Thank you so much for that report.